Hey y'all, Shelly here with another tip for hospice nurses. So excuse the way I sound today. I'm getting over strep, so I feel better, but I'm just in that phase where I sound really bad. But I did want to take a minute and make this video today because we have this winter storm coming. And I know your agencies have a protocol that you follow when you prepare patients for a winter storm, where you make sure they have enough medications and supplies and food, oxygen tanks, and all of that kind of stuff. But I wanted to give you some tips on a few extra things that I always like to check during these situations. So the first thing I wanted to check is patients are probably going to be using their space heaters a lot more right now. And with the Christmas trees out and the wrapping paper and the more people in the home and those kind of things, these just become even more dangerous. So what I like to do, if the patient will allow it, is I will find a good spot for the space heater. And I will go plug it in and set it there, and strongly suggest that the patient leave it there. You want a place where it's well ventilated, low trip hazard, low risk of being knocked over, and low risk of having things placed in front of it that could catch fire. If their space heater does not look like it's in good repair and they don't have the ability to get another one, get with your social worker. The hospice may be able to donate them one. The second thing that I like to do, if you have a patient that has a generator, make sure that if it's a gasoline generator, that they have their reserve gasoline already saved and ready to go, and that they know not to place the generator in the home, because every year people do this and they die from carbon monoxide poisoning. So stress with them, don't put the generator in the home. You also want to make sure that the patient has enough blankets, and I will usually go pull the blankets down for them, inspect the blankets, make sure they're in good condition. If they need to be washed, maybe suggest that the caregiver wash them. And you want to make sure the patient has head warmth. So if they don't have a cap or anything, I usually get a few at the dollar store. You can get them for $3. I'll keep the little beanies in my car, and if the patient needs one, I'll leave them there for the patient to keep their head warm. That's important. And then lastly, if you have a patient that likes to use hot water bottles or heating pads or electric blankets, very important to make sure that these are not placed next to the skin. I teach them to have 3 layers between this heat source and their skin. So their clothing, 2 blankets, and then the heating pad or the hot water bottle. Educate the caregiver on removing everything and inspecting their skin every hour to make sure they don't get burned. If you have a patient that their sensations aren't as strong, so they can be getting burned and they don't realize it. So it's really important that the caregiver check this. Now, this is a big old note, so I will make this big note in my tablet shortcut section. I type in everything out. I give it the acronym WSE for Winter Storm Education. So when I go to document, all I have to type into my note is WSE, and it pops in this big note. Make a couple adjustments as needed, and I'm done. So I hope this tip was helpful, and stay safe during the storm.